Just before we head into the video, I'd love to give a shout out to the sponsor of the channel, RL Exchange. Now, RL Exchange is the best way to buy any Rocket League items or credits on any platform and at the cheapest prices so that you can build your dream setup. Make sure to go and check out their website using the top link in the description and use code TXE to get yourself 3% off your order. I'm going to be giving away a White Octane every 1,000 subscribers on the channel. All you have to do is subscribe, like, turn on post notifications, and then finally head over to the Discord server. The link is in the description down below. And as soon as we hit 24k, there will be a White Octane giveaway set up. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get straight into the video. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video in episode 2 of trading from nothing all the way up to the White Apex. We've already made some insane progress in episode 1. Make sure to go and check that out if you haven't already. As you already know what has happened so far in the series, as always, let's try and go for 200 likes on this video and let's get into the first trade of episode 2 of Nothing to White Apex. Okay, so in episode 1, I bought an absolute ton of items, and I'm just going to be trying to sell them off in this video. Basically, I picked up loads of these for around anywhere between 100 and 300 credits below their minimum value. Some of them I did get pretty lucky on as well. I believe I underpaid 300 for the Crimson 20XX, 350 for the Atomizer, but both of those black markets are going to be very hard to sell. But in the first trade, I do sell on a Fire God for 400 credits. It is a pretty basic trade, but I'm not going to lie, there are a lot of items that are really hard to sell right now. I'm not sure if that is because of the new season or the item shop recently. There's been quite a few decent items in there, so credit demand is going to be really high, but I did actually struggle to sell a lot of the items, even the Octanes, which usually have a very high demand. I was still going for the middle value. I always try and sell my painted Octanes for their middle value, but I did find it a little bit harder in this episode, and we managed to sell off a Crimson 20XX for a Forest Green Carbonator, which is valued at 1.3 to 1.5k, so much more than the Crimson 20XX, but it is going to be basically impossible to sell. Even the Crimson 20XX was going to be hard to sell, but this is just a next level, so it's probably going to take me ages to sell. It'll probably be stuck in my inventory for a very long time, but I'm hoping if I list it up on RL Garage, RL Trading Post, keep on refreshing my post as well so more people see it, I should eventually be able to get it sold for its minimum value if I keep on trying. But yeah, this series is going to be pretty long, probably about 10 parts at least, so I'm hoping in that amount of time we should be able to get it sold. And I also do pick up a Blackstone for 650 credits. I've made a ton of profit with this item, especially in the last few weeks, but I pick it up for 150 credits below its minimum value, and I should be able to sell it on pretty easily for its minimum value of 800 credits. I also do sell on a pink Octane for 500 credits. This was the middle value at the time, so I can't really complain, but even this took around 20 minutes or half an hour to sell, which obviously isn't great because I'm always saying Octanes have a very high demand, but I'm hoping over the weekend or maybe in the next week or so, items should have a little bit more of a demand, and therefore they will be really easy to sell on. But you might be able to tell from the items I've got in my inventory right now, it is so easy to underpay for items. I've got so many items, and it's only episode 2. I know we did start off with the White Octane and we sold that, but still, we've got a load of items in the inventory, a lot of Octanes, Blackstone, Black OEM. They're high demand as well, but yeah, I've just been able to pick up a load of high demand items recently for below their minimum value. It's so easy to buy them, but it's a little bit of a different story to sell them. It's not too easy right now. I do manage to sell on a Lime Octane for a Sky Blue Octane and 50 credits. I have no idea how I was able to find that trade because the Sky Blue Octane is worth like 300 credits more, which is genuinely insane. Yeah, like I mentioned, I don't know why he did that trade, but I can't complain. It's free profit for me. And at this point in the Nothing to Something, I was just working on getting items sold because I have so many items in my inventory, as I've previously mentioned. And basically the way I was trying to sell these was through RL Garage and RL Trading Post. I listed up all of my items with a corresponding amount of credits that I wanted for them, and I just refreshed my post. And also I was selling on Xbox Looking for Group, but I wasn't able to sell any items for a while, so I did go back to buying some items, seeing as I have a decent amount of credits still in my inventory, and I picked up some Black OEM. I'm very confident they won't go down in value, so I don't mind picking those up, and I do sell on another Fire God for 400 credits. Again, that is going to be its minimum value. I might have been able to get a little bit more for this item. It does have quite a high demand, but as I've mentioned previously, I was struggling to sell items at this point, so I'll just take the minimum value and move on, especially because I've got a ton of items in my inventory. Every single one I've bought for below its minimum value, so even if I do just sell it on for its minimum value, I'm still making profit, and I believe I picked that up for around 300, so yeah, again, that's going to be 100 credits profit from that item. I do also manage to sell on a Sky Blue Octane. Now, I have mentioned that I'm trying to sell my Octanes for their middle value, but another thing I often mention is that I do struggle to sell the more expensive Octanes for their middle value, such as Lime, Sky Blue, and Crimson. I usually have to sell them off for their minimum value just because I can't find the middle value. I'm not exactly sure why this is. They might just have a lower demand and therefore not many people are looking for them, but yeah, I'm always taking the minimum values for those items. But nonetheless, I did underpay like 300 credits for that Sky Blue Octane, so I'll take the profit there. And also, I've still got the Zombas in my inventory. I'm looking for their maximum price just because they're scorer and also Golden Gift 22, so they'll stick around for a little bit as well. But I do manage to sell 2 painted Octanes in the same trade. That is going to save me time as I won't have to find a different buyer for each one. But I am also selling them off for their middle value each. That's going to be perfect. I originally underpaid 100 credits per painted Octane, so that is going to be 150 credits profit per painted Octane. So 300 credits profit overall from selling both of those painted Octanes on. And then we're slowly getting rid of the items. I do manage to sell on a grey Octane here. Again, I do believe I get the middle value for this item, so 450 credits. The cheap ones are genuinely so easy to sell for their middle value, and they're actually quite easy to buy. I've got a ton of Octanes in my inventory. I basically bought all of them in one big trade, underpaying 100 credits each, so that trade has allowed me to get a ton of profit from all of the painted Octanes. And you may have also noticed I've still got the black OEMs and the black Stern stuck in my inventory. For some reason, I just could not sell these. A week or two ago, they were very easy to sell, but I was actually struggling a bit now, which obviously isn't too great. Eventually, I will get them sold. I mentioned earlier as well that I'm confident they won't drop in value, so they can stick around for a little bit. I'm not too bothered about that, but it is a little bit annoying that they won't sell right now because I'm getting less trades and therefore less content to make videos with. But I also do sell on a Forest Green Octane for 450 credits. Again, that is going to be its middle value, and that's perfect because now all of the painted Octanes are gone and we're just sort of filtering out some more items that we've got in the inventory. And I finally do get 500 for the Forest Green Zomba. I think I picked them up for maybe 300 credits originally, so that's going to be 200 credits profit on one item, which is really good. I'm usually aiming to make around 100 credits profit per item, so that's going to be perfect. I literally got double the profit from this one item, and I've got to say we've made a ton of progress already. We're only 2 episodes in. I know we started with the credits from a white Octane, but we've still made a ton of profit. Around 4,000 credits profit in 2 episodes, which is not bad at all. Can't complain with that. And I've got to say, watching this back is very satisfying just to see the items slowly leave my inventory. Yeah, like I mentioned, we're making around 100 credits profit per item. I did also manage to sell on the Black Stern for 800 credits. Still, I could not sell on the Black OEM. It was a little bit annoying. Let me know what items you are trading with down below as well, because I'm always interested to try out some new methods, see what makes more profit, because obviously if I find a method that makes me more profit, I'm definitely down to use that because I'll finish this series a lot quicker. But yeah, I'm hoping to finish this White Apex series in around 10 to 15 episodes. I don't want it to drag out like the Alpha Cap series did. And then also I did manage to pick up another White Zomba for 2,150. This probably wasn't a great trade because it did actually drop down to 2.2k, so I can't make a lot of profit off of it. I'll probably end up selling it for 2.2k, but either way that's still going to be 50 credits profit. Going into the next episode as well, I will definitely try and trade more with painted Octanes because they have been the best for profit so far, as well as painted black markets. I guess the Crimson 20XX I bought for 300 and then sold for a Forest Green Carbonator, so if I do get that Carbonator sold, then I'll be getting around 1,000 credits profit, which is genuinely insane, but it's going to take hours just focusing on that item to actually get it sold. And then also I do manage to pick up a Forest Green Octane for 300 credits, 100 below its minimum value. That's usually the price I pay for painted Octanes. I could consider paying 50 credits below its minimum value just for the cheap Octanes because I can always sell them on for their middle value, but for now I'm going to try and underpay as much as possible so that I can squeeze a little bit more out of every item, make more profit, and therefore finish this series a little bit sooner. I know it's only episode 2, but I'm always looking into the future and I want this series to be done pretty quickly so I can just get the most profit possible, show you the best methods to make profit, and therefore you can make as much profit as I can. But anyway, that is going to wrap it up for this video. I really hope you have enjoyed. If you have, then make sure to smash that like button. Let's go for 200 likes on this episode. Comment White Apex if you made it this far into the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
Me.